Hey y'all, my name is Sharon Armstrong. I live in Kyle, Texas. I am a 20-year breast cancer survivor. I wanted to tell you a little bit of my story. When I was 45 years old, raising children at home, my husband was out of work. We had no insurance. I realized that I needed to probably do a self-check. I'd had a mammogram 9 months before, but they say you should self-check. And so I did. I was in the shower and I'm like, wait, I didn't really feel that, right? I did. And of course, it was November. It was right around Thanksgiving. I'm in a panic. I don't know what I'm gonna do because like I said, we didn't have money. We didn't have any insurance. I called my OBGYN and I told them I found a lump. And they're like, okay, well, we're gonna get you checked. We're gonna do a mammogram and we're gonna do all the testing. And I'm like, oh, how much is this gonna cost? That's all that goes through your head. So they got me in for the testing facility. I went in and I'm like, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I don't have much money. I can make payments towards all these tests, but I can't pay it all up front. I don't have insurance. It's okay, you can make payments, we'll work with you. Okay, all right, so had the testing, went home, waiting for the results, of course, those excruciating days that you're waiting. The lady from the testing facility calls me and she said, I hope that this is okay, but I was having lunch with some of the other people here and I asked, what do women do or what do people do who may have breast cancer who don't have insurance? And so they gave her the number to Avon Cares. You know, the makeup, the lipstick, Avon. Because they help with paying medical bills. And I'm like, oh. She said, all you have to do is call and talk to them and they'll ask you questions and just, be honest. They literally asked me 2 questions and I was approved. The first question was, did I believe that I was going to get better? Yes, I did. At the time, I did have my doubts, but I knew I was too young. I was still raising those babies. I was too young. And then the other question was something about my faith. Nothing about money. They didn't ask me anything about money. Okay. And so it began a whirlwind of, the test results came back. Yes, it was looking like it was breast cancer. I needed to see a surgeon. Okay. My family doctor who went to our church lived down the street from me and he called me up and he said, I have a surgeon friend who is willing to see you and work with you. I explained your situation and you have an appointment on Thursday. Okay. On Tuesday, prior to that Thursday, a friend of mine stopped by from church, also from church, and said she had also been diagnosed with breast cancer and she'd already gone through all of her treatments and everything. Her plastic surgeon, she asked him, what do women do? What do people do who may have breast cancer who don't have insurance? He gave her the number to a group called the Bridge Breast Network out of Dallas, Texas. So she came over, she goes, we're calling them right now and we're gonna get this started. I mean, when you get the news that you may have breast cancer on a Monday, you're a hot mess, honestly. You cry a lot and you try not to because you don't want the kids to be upset, but you do, you cry. So she helped me. We made the phone call. The lady sent us over the form. We filled it out. We sent it back. On Wednesday, I was approved. And I said, well, what does this mean? She says, well, we have a network of doctors, hospitals, pharmaceutical companies who all donate towards getting your medical treatments. Okay. So does that mean I need to cancel the surgeon's appointment that I have tomorrow? And she's like, no, we'll give him a call and see if he's willing to work with us. Well, it turns out his partner was part of the group. And so he was like, I'll just go under her. We'll just file all this under her. Okay. So in December, I had a lumpectomy, and they figured out that they did not get a clear margin. So the choice was mine to go back in and try again, or to remove the breast. It was a hard decision, as you can imagine, ladies, but I made the decision that I did not want them to come back 6 months from now and tell me, you have cancer again. So I made the decision to have my left breast removed. It was hard. 20 years later, it's still hard to talk about. But I began my chemo. The chemo was 4 rounds. I actually was very blessed during all of that time. People sent me gifts. People helped with my children. It was amazing. My journey was amazing, even though it was awful. So we kind of moved forward. We're through with our chemo. Yes, we lost all of our hair. So I've lost my hair, my boob. What else? I'm a woman. This is what we relate to, right? But you know what? We're so much more than that. So if you ever have to go through any of that, I hope that you will remember that. You are much more than your hair and your boobs. I got a job. My husband got a job. I got a job. We both had insurance now. And I was like, wonder if it's possible to get reconstructive surgery. It was, because when you lose a body part, it's not a pre-existing condition. So I was able to have reconstructive surgery a year later. Therefore, I could get rid of the prosthetics that I was wearing, the horrible, hot, sweaty things. My hair started growing back. Someone donated a wig for me, because wigs are expensive. You don't realize how much all this stuff costs. Wigs are very expensive. And so I received my wig from a fellow stamper. She told me where I needed to go to pick it out. During the time that I had to wear a prosthetic, those are not cheap either. Guess where I got all of that? From Easter seals. So we've got Avon Cares lipstick. We've got Easter seals that I had no idea had anything to do with that. I went in, I was fitted for my prosthetic and my bra, and I don't remember everything else, but they set me up. So I was in awe of all of the help that I received. So I hope that my story reminds anyone who is listening or has a friend that may not have insurance, that may not have the money. There is help out there, I promise you. So I got my reconstructive surgery. That took a while to get through that. But then once I was all better, I went to the American Cancer Society, and I became a volunteer to speak to women after they had received their mastectomy, to give them hope. Give them hope that their hair would grow back. Give them hope that they would be just fine if they had to wear a prosthetic or if they had reconstructive surgery. So I did that for as long as I could. And so that is my story. I do wish that I was there in person at your Stamping Out Breast Cancer event, because I am a stamper myself. And I just love Selene, and she's got a heart as big as Texas. I appreciate her asking me to speak to you. Those of you who may be watching this video online, your donation is going towards Stamping Out Breast Cancer, because we don't want anyone to ever fear getting, that they're gonna die because they don't have the money or the resources. We just want to stamp out breast cancer completely so that we don't have to worry about that. Thank you so much. I love you, Selene. Yeah, you and your big heart, big as Texas heart. Love you, my friend. Bye, y'all. Happy stamping.